Hey, what's up, guys? So here's another streak of videos that I'm about to come out with. This was already done about a couple weeks ago. This was just a random 4v4 competitive game I jumped into on Halo Reach. Pretty much all the game types are competitive. The only people who really play this game anymore are people who are good or just really like Halo Reach. And this is one of my favorite Halos of all time. In fact, I like most Halos. The only one I really didn't like was Halo 4. Anyway, with that being said, I jumped into this. I thought I would be at least decent because I play a lot of Halo 5 with my friend. As you can see here, my sensitivity is too high. So throughout the game, you'll see me messing around with the game. Like if I pause, it's because I'm changing the sensitivity. Anyway, this game, for me, I spent most of my senior year playing in high school, and that would include Black Ops 1 as well. And I don't know, there was a lot of people didn't really like when this game came out. I thought it was good. Some of the armor abilities pretty obnoxious, like armor lock. I am guilty of using that though. But if they just kept sprint and I think the dodge roll, or whatever that roll was called, I think the game would have been fine. Maybe jetpacks, but then again, jetpacks was kind of like a iffy thing. Some people liked it, some people really didn't like it, but for the most part, most people didn't like the other armor abilities. That would include armor lock. But if they kept the dodge roll and the sprint, I think this game would have been fine. And maybe if they do remaster this in the future, hopefully, maybe throw it onto the Master Chief Collection or something like that, they can tweak that stuff. Because I would like to see this game in 60 frames a second or more on console, maybe on PC. And overall, I think that would be a huge hit. I do think this is one of the best campaigns in the Halo series as well, mainly because it's like your own character. But we can talk about that another time. Let's just get back to the gameplay here. So let's check out where I'm at right now. So I've got 2 kills. We're down 3. We're playing against a full team on the other. So I solo queued, so it's just a bunch of randoms on my team. But the other team, they have at least 3 people in a party together. I don't know if A-Rod's with them, but from what I can tell, those 3 guys have the same emblem, so they're probably together. Anyway, I'm just trying to figure things out, get my shot back on this game. As you can see, it's still pretty shaky. I do think I end up with getting some nice plays, and I think I end up being top of the leaderboard at the end with the win. But this was a week and a half ago, so I don't know if I remember that correctly. We'll see. But yeah, this game brings back a lot of memories. I do like the art style as well. It was very gritty, and I do think that's how Halo should have gone. I don't like the way Halo 4 and 5 went with it's like overly cartoony and saturated and it doesn't really look like a Halo game, to be honest with you. Like Halo 3 and Halo Reach had the best graphics. Halo 2 had the funnest multiplayer, I think. Halo 3 was the most polished multiplayer. And then Halo Reach was just to give us something new. And for me, I liked it, and I played a lot of it. And my friend and I, well, my friends and I, that would include Omar and Hish, we would play hours on end daily after school, over on the weekends, sometimes before school, over breaks, you know, stuff like that. I'm an idiot. I don't know why I didn't even dodge that thing. Alright, great. So, Froggier Furball, great name. He quit, so now it's a 3v4 against a 3-stack and a solo. So we'll see how this goes right now. I don't know what that guy's shooting at, A-Rod Gaming, but we can pull this off 3v4. Honestly, 3v4s in Halo, I've always preferred them because that means the team gets less kills. It's not like Call of Duty where you're at a disadvantage because then people could spawn trap you. Halo, the spawns work really nicely, and sometimes you get a bad spawn, but for the most part, they're pretty good, and you can always do something against a four-man if you only have 3. So I think that's what happens in here. But yeah, this game, the thing I disliked the most though was the Forge maps. I think Forge was probably the best way to include Forge in this game. It's when creating maps and all that, but these maps are kind of bland. And like I said earlier, I love the art style in this game, but when you look at maps like Countdown, what's the other one? Where you're in the Sword Base. Sword Base is another one. The maps were really well done, and I liked the how they looked. But then they just gave us a bunch of these Forge maps for competitive players, and while I didn't mind that, I would prefer to have some fun maps like we had in the past with Halo 3 or Halo 2, you know, like Blood Gulch, Guardian, the Pit, you know, all these maps that were so different from each other, but they all played really well in the Halo series. So 34-30 right now, 31, and we're still down. Game is actually coming to an end pretty soon. But yeah, Forge maps was a big thing I didn't like. Some of the armor abilities I didn't like. And oh yeah, Bloom. How did I forget about Bloom? That was one of the worst things to include into this game. They should have just kept it straight VR like it used to be, or straight Magnums, but they had to include the Bloom. Now they did fix it later on, or made it less prevalent, but it's still here. So if they do remaster this game, or I doubt they would ever update it, but if they update it or remaster it, I think that this game without Bloom would be perfect. Without some of the armor abilities would be perfect. And then if they made a playlist with just original maps and even put in old maps from old Halos into this game, that would be great too. Because while some of the Forge maps were great competitively and really balanced, and actually some of them pretty cool, they all look the same. It's all these silver or gray platforms with buildings, or structures I should say, because they're not really buildings. And while they have like their nice little nooks and crannies, it's not nice to look at, you know what I mean? I think, and that's why I think Halo Reach competitive kind of went down, because all the maps look, I don't know why it took this guy 40 shots to die. That was headshot every time. Anyway, I think that's why competitive kind of died with this game, and I think that's why MLG dropped them. But I think the main reason MLG dropped Halo Reach was because of the Bloom, and because this game was 30 frames a second. I could be wrong on the 30 frames per part, but I know Bloom was a big factor. So yeah, if they just put it 60 frames, took away Bloom, took away some of the armor abilities, and then kept it with original maps, this game would be fantastic. But that being said, that's the only thing I would change. I really like this game, and it's a big hit for me. Anyway, we're coming down to the clutch, 48-44. We were 5 down in the 30s, as you guys saw earlier. So, pulling off. Oh, alright. I hit 22 kills. Nice bag right there. Yeah, first game back on Halo Reach. That's not bad. And I think that was my only game that I've played in the past few months. I haven't played this game in quite a while, I should say. So yeah, thanks guys for watching. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like. And I'll bring some more content like this later on. I do think I have some clips saved from older games, so hopefully I'll start including those too if you're interested in seeing those. But yeah guys, take care.